This is week 3 of my journey, the week of December 1st, 2025. Now, my goal here is to cure every type 2 diabetic person through a diet of meat and vegetables and ensuring they go for a walk every single day. I have already posted 2 videos of my week 1 and week 2 results with you. So, what I do is I measure my blood sugar every day at 6 a.m., I measure at 9 p.m. I tell you what kind of a diet I had that particular day and how much I walked, right? I already posted my week 1, week 2 results, and through that results now you are aware that it takes only 5 days, friends, only 5 days to get your blood sugar from a very high level. For me it is very high, it is 3 times as high, and I can get it down to a non-diabetic range in just 5 days. You saw that in week 1, you saw that in my week 2 results as well. Now, I am a type 2 diabetic person myself, and I am on my journey of curing my own type 2 diabetes, and I want to share that with you every single week. This is where my commitment to you is. I will be posting my results every week with you, and I will just share few things which I have learned along the way, which are extremely important for a diabetic person to know that. So one of those important items I actually talked about what is HbA1c in my week 2 video. You can always go and look at my week 2 video, but I'm going to go over that particular concept once again in this video as well. So let's dive in. But before sharing my week 3 results, which are really good, right, let us do a quick recap of my week 1 and week 2 results. It will just you will all have a better understanding of my week 3 results, right? So let me take you there. So if you see my week 1 results, I started my journey on November 10th, friends, right? So November 10th, if you see at 6 a.m., my blood sugar was 14.3. This is in millimoles per liter, right? And if you are measuring in milligrams per deciliter, that translates to 257.6 milligrams per deciliter. Now, when I say November 10th at 6 a.m., my sugar was 14.3, it is 3 times as high, friends, 3 times as high, because the non-diabetic range, I have put it out here for everyone to understand. It goes from 4.0 to 5.5 millimoles per liter. It's a range. If you are within that range, you are non-diabetic. Or if you are measuring in milligrams per deciliter, that range falls from 70 milligrams per deciliter to 100 milligrams per deciliter, right? Here is the range that you are seeing. Now on November 10th, 14.3, at 9 p.m. I was 6.9, right? What did I do? I went for a full day fast. Why is that? Well, I measured my own sugar, right? At 6 a.m. it was 14.3, 3 times as high. The best thing is do not add any more sugar to your body. Your body already has high sugar. So I went for a full day fast and I went for a walk, morning, afternoon, evening. I went for 3 kilometer walk. Why is that? Because walking is the best activity you can do to get rid of the excess sugar from your blood. That's all you need. Just go for a leisure walk. Now I walk for 3 kilometers. You can walk for 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, up to you, doesn't matter. Or don't count in kilometers or mile. Just say 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk. But go for a walk, right? Every single day. November 11th, I started at 6 a.m. at 8.3. I did not measure at 9 p.m., but that's fine. But the diet that I followed was 1 meal a day. I just ate chicken. So when you eat chicken, you are adding protein, but it has 0 sugar. So once again, even though I ate 1 meal a day, I did not add any sugar, but I continued my walk. So whatever sugar that I have high at 8.3 millimoles per liter on November 11th, I ensured that I walked, right? So all the sugar is taken away by the walking activity. What do you see on November 12th? It is 9.3 millimoles per liter. That's fine. It happens. At 9 p.m. I measured 5.9. Why is that? 1 meal a day. I had chicken. I went for a walk. Okay. So on November 12th, it went all the way down to 5.9 millimoles per liter at 9 p.m. Right. November 13th, I started my day at 6.0 millimoles per liter. 9 p.m. I am in a non-diabetic range, 4.8. Once again, my diet was 1 meal a day. I just had chicken, did not add any sugar in my body, and I went for a walk, which is taking away sugar, excess sugar from my blood, right? So on the fourth day at 9 p.m., I am at a non-diabetic range. What did I do? I just had a full day of fast. If I'm eating, I'm eating one meal a day. I ate chickens, meaning no added sugar. I went for a walk and took away all the sugar, excess sugar which is there in my blood. Right? November 14, I start my day as a non-diabetic because my blood sugar is at 4.9. Ended my day at 4.4. I'm in the non-diabetic range, friends. I started at 14.3, which is 3 times as high, and in 5 days I came back to a non-diabetic range. Right? This was a fantastic result from November 10th. So how do you see these results, my friends? That it takes only 5 days without any medication. Just have a diet of meat and vegetables, go for a walk, which I did. I showed you in my results. It just take 5 days, right? Let's go to my week 2 results, friend, right? Week 2 was November 24th. I just wanted to get my sugar level high back up again, which I managed to do. So on November 24th, it was 13.5 at 6 a.m. Once again, it is high. So of course, I went for a full day fast. I went for a walk. You know the reasons why we have to do that. On November 25th, I faltered a little bit on purpose from my own diet plan and the walking routine that I am proposing. And I ate fish at 2 p.m., but it was honey glazed. It means fish doesn't have sugar on its own, but when you are glazing something with a sugary like honey, you add some sugar to it. Okay. And I also had vegetables. I had dinner at 9:30 p.m., which I propose you do not do that. You finish your food by 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. max, right? Now I am having my food at 2 p.m. But on November 25th, what did I do? I had fish at 2 p.m. I had vegetables at 9:30 p.m. What is my result, right? On November 25th, I started at 8.4 and by 9 p.m. I was at 7.3. So I still am in a diabetic range, but still I went and had dinner at 9:30 p.m. just to see the impact and just to show you what happens. When I do that, November 26th, once again my blood sugar went very high, 11.5, right? Okay, so I have sugar which is higher. Why? Because I test it every day, right? That's why I know it, right? So then I can understand what diet do I have to follow. Okay, then I ate one meal a day on November 26th. I ate vegetables for my vegetarian friends at 2 p.m. That's it. And I did not go for a walk. I proposed for a walk, but I did not go for a walk. So what happens on November 26th? When you eat vegetables, very minimum amount of sugar goes in your body, and that is fine. But I did not go for a walk. It means even though I started my day at 11.5, I did not go for a walk. It means the blood sugar stayed a little bit higher, right? Because walking takes away the sugar from the blood. November 27th, I still did the same thing. Now my blood sugar was a little bit lower than my 26th level, right? So 26th I started at 11.5, 27th it came down 10.0, right? By 9 p.m. it is 8.4. One meal a day, vegetables at 2 p.m. Did not go for a walk, right? Now on November 28th I started my day at 9.2. I said, okay, now I need to see some green. I had to get my sugar level down to a non-diabetic range. So what do? I know what works for you and me, for everyone. Every diabetic person, this will work, right? So I went for a diet of one meal a day, just fish at 2 p.m. That's all. And I went for a walk, morning, afternoon, evening, 2 kilometers, or in this case, 3 kilometers. That's fine. I got my sugar down to 5.2 millimoles per liter. November 28, 5.2 millimoles per liter at 9 p.m. or 93 milligrams per deciliter, friends. I am in a non-diabetic range. And then I promised myself, okay, after November 28th, I will be in a non-diabetic range. How do I do that? I just maintain my diet and I ensure I go for a walk every single day. And the results were as expected. Let's go on week 3 and I will show you that. There you see my week 3 results. Everything is green. December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I am in a non-diabetic range. What was my diet? One meal a day at 2 p.m. I had fish and I added green salad to it. No problem at all eating this. One meal a day. I went for a walk and I reduced my walk, only 2 kilometer walk, and that too in the evening. I did not go for a walk in the morning or afternoon, just a evening walk. Why is that? Well, my blood sugar is already at a great level in a non-diabetic range. I don't really need to go for a walk, but walking is always good for your health, and it does take away a little bit of sugar that you might add in your diet, right? Even though you are adding one meal a day. And I did go for a walk, a leisure walk of 2 kilometers every single day in the evening. On December 4th, what happened? I had a full day fast and did not walk. It still worked for me. That's fine. Perfect. My sugar level is still at non-diabetic range. On December 4th, there was a lot of work and I was not able to go for even one meal a day for lunch. So I was forced for a full day fast, right? And obviously I did not go for a walk as well. But as you can see, the results are very, very evident here, right? Once you are in the non-diabetic range in the 5 days which you saw in my week 1 and week 2 results, continuously follow that and you are will be in the non-diabetic range. That's it, right? um, Also, on week 2 of my video, I touched upon HbA1c concept and the concept of blood sugar level. There is a difference between these two, your blood sugar level and HbA1c level. Now, HbA1c level is what your doctor orders. When they say go for a blood test, they check mark HbA1c level, right? So your lab technicians would know, they take the blood and they measure your HbA1c level. This HbA1c level is what the doctor will read and will ascertain that, okay, you're a non-diabetic, or you have pre-diabetes, or you have a full-blown diabetes, right? Let us revisit that in this video as well, because it's very, very important. I really want to show this to you probably every single week, because it is extremely important for you to understand. Every type 2 diabetic person really need to understand. Even non-diabetic person, they really need to understand this, right? If they don't want to get into a diabetic range ever. So let's revisit that, friends. So if you see the blood sugar level, what is blood sugar level? When I measure and prick my own finger and I measure the blood sugar using any kind of a glucometer, I am actually measuring the sugar molecules which are freely floating in my blood. If you are measuring also using a glucometer, the reading that your machine shows you, that is the amount of sugar molecules which are floating freely in your blood, right? Every person has 5 liters of blood. You, me, diabetic, non-diabetic, everyone has 5 liters of blood. Now, what is HbA1c? Now, let us say HB, within that HbA1c stands for hemoglobin, right? Which is a protein molecule, friends, in your red blood cells. Now, I promise in this videos, in any of my videos, I'm not going to go technical, right? Bare minimum technicality is always there, right? So my HbA1c level number measures the percentage of sugar molecules stuck in and clogging your hemoglobin molecule. Now understand, let's say this is your hemoglobin molecule. This is inside your red blood cells. So the HbA1c measures the amount of sugar molecules sitting on top of your hemoglobin molecule, and those are stuck on it, or rather clogging your hemoglobin molecule. Hemoglobin molecule is there in order to carry oxygen to different parts of your body. So as you breathe in, oxygen molecules sit on top of this hemoglobin, and the purpose of hemoglobin is to move around your body and deliver the oxygen molecules to every part of your organs, tissues, entire body. But now, because of excess sugar, this hemoglobin molecule is clogged up in a diabetic person, right? Okay. Next important item is your red blood cell, right, has a lifespan of 3 months. This is a very, very important concept that you really need to understand, right? So now your HbA1c measures the average of 3 months of sugar molecules that are clogging your hemoglobin. Why 3 months? Because your red blood cell itself has a lifespan of only 3 months, so it can only go back 3 months and measure the average. Now keep those things in your mind, right? And we'll go down now to the next graphic, which I presented you in my week 2. I'm going to present it again. Very, very important. As I am always saying, this should be taught at school. Everyone should know about their own body, right? Let's go and revisit this. So if you see now, I have 3 blocks. Okay. On December 31st, how will my 5 liters of blood look like? As I said, your red blood cells have a lifespan of 3 months. Okay. So the red blood cells born in the month of December, let us, simplicity sake say they will be 1 month old. Cells which were born in November, those are 2 month old. Cells born in October, these are 3 month old. What about the cells born in September? Well, they already crossed the 3 month lifespan. They are no longer active, they are dead. Okay. So every person's 5 liters blood is divided into 3 sections for simplicity sakes, right? First section will have red blood cells which are 1 month old. Second section will have cells which are 2 month old, and you will have cells which are 3 month old. Me being a diabetic, how does my 3 buckets of the blood look like? If the 5 liters of blood is divided into 3 sections, how does it look like? Well, the cells born in December are very happy and bubbly. Those are new cells which are born. The hemoglobin is fresh. Nothing is stuck on that. No sugar molecules are stuck on that, right? And you saw my week 3 results from December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I have been eating good. I am following my diet. My blood sugar is perfect in a non-diabetic range. So all the cells which are born in December are going to be happy, right? That hemoglobin is perfect. It's in a perfect shape. Hence, my 1 month old cells, the cells born in December, will be operating at 100% capacity, right? But the cells in November, which are 2 month old, will operate probably at just 50% capacity because their hemoglobin molecules are kind of clogged up, right? What about the cells, my own cells, which are born in October, which are now 3 month old? By December 31st, this will be 3 month old. And these are all clogged up, friends. So they are operating at, let's say, just 1% capacity, right? So I have 1/3 of my cells operating at 100% capacity. Those are the cells born in December. I have the second 1/3 of my cells operating at only 50% capacity. And the last 1/3 cells in October operating at just 1% capacity. That is my blood as a type 2 diabetic. It is same with you too, friends. Exactly same, right? Maybe the cells born in November, yours could be operating at 60% capacity or 70% capacity. My blood sugar is very high, hence I'm saying 50%. But you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Come January 31st, how will my blood look like when I am following my own diet? So the cells born in January obviously will be new cells. They will be bubbling with energy. Their hemoglobin molecule is perfect. They are happy. Cells born in December now will be 2 month old when it comes to January 31st, 2026. Right? They will be 2 month old. But yet they will be happy and operating at 100% capacity still because I am following my diet of meat and vegetables. I go for a walk every day and I maintain my blood sugar level in a non-diabetic range. I treat my cells nicely. They treat me nicely in return. They are operating at 100% capacity. Now, what about my cells in November? I don't have any cells from October because they already crossed their lifespan of 3 months, right? I don't have any cells born in October. They are dead now. Now the cells born in November now are 3 month old and they will operate only at 1% capacity. Just let's say that. Okay. Come February 28th, 2026, what is that? February 28th, 2026, all the cells born in February are now 1 month old. They are happy. Their hemoglobin molecules are perfect, operating at 100% capacity. Cells which are born in January now are 2 month old. But since I have been treating them nicely because I am following my own diet and I go for a walk every day, they are happy too. They are also operating at 100% capacity. Cells born in December, they are 3 months old. They are also operating in 100% capacity because I have been following, I will follow my own diet, right? And I ensure that I walk, and every single week I will have my blood sugar at non-diabetic range. So what does that tell you? By February 20th, 2026, all the 5 liters of my blood divided into sections of 1 month old cell, 2 month old cell, 3 month old cell, they will be all operating at 100% capacity, right? So if you look at the 5 liters of blood of a non-diabetic person, this is how it will look like. They are 1 month old cell, 2 month old cell, 3 month old cell, they all operate at 100% capacity. But for a diabetic like you and me, a type 2 diabetes, only the cells which are 1 month old are operating at 100% capacity. Cells at 2 month old, they are operating at 50% capacity. 3 month old cells are operating only at 1% capacity. I'm just giving a simple picture to you so that it gets ingrained into your mind, right? So let's read this. So it will take you minimum of 3 months to ensure that all the cells in your 5 liters of blood operate at 100% capacity, friends, right? This is something very, very important for you to understand. Definitely for a diabetic person, you really need to understand this concept, right? Now my own son asked me this question. He is seeing my video saying, hey, why did you get type 2 diabetes? This will be in my week 4 video. I will tell you about why I got type 2 diabetes. This relates to insulin, another technical term, but bare minimum, as I promised. I am not going to get into a lot of technicality, but bare minimum technical words that I will have to use to explain, right? So what is the role of insulin and why I got type 2 diabetes is something which I'm going to tell you in my week 4 video. So thanks a lot for being with me, following my videos. So this is my week 3. Week 4 will come out soon. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.